Greetings, wonderful well-beings. I'm Key. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So my tongue, it's not even red. My lips look a little red. My teeth too. Cause I'm drinking on a little wine, you baby. Your baby? Yeah. I meant to say you feel me, but your baby. You did? Today I want to make a Gemini video. I've been wanting to make it all day, and I feel like tonight is the time. Okay, we're still in Gemini season. Today is the Sagittarius full moon, opposite of Gemini. Has nothing to do with the video. Just felt like saying that. So as you all know, you might know. If you don't know, I made a video a couple 3 years ago called I Hate Geminis, told by a Scorpio woman. Man, I think that's one of my most viewed videos. It's up there, top 5, I think. I believe so. If not top 5, it's definitely top commented on, because people it's hilarious because so many people comment on that video, and it's the most hilarious comments. You guys should go over there and check it out. I Hate Gemini's video. Look on my channel. It's hilarious comments. I believe it's just young children that's commenting on it, because, or people that didn't watch the video, because if you clearly watched the whole video, you will see that it was just clickbait. The title was clickbait. I don't hate Geminis at all. It was a fucking video professing my love for Geminis. So I felt like I should make another video actually professing my love for Geminis, you know, which that one did all of that. But I wanted to make another video here for Gemini season, and I was gonna do a like dating a Gemini video, but I did date a Gemini, but it wasn't like dating. It was just like talking. I was talking to a Gemini. And that's actually why I made that whole video back when I had, like, I guess we stopped talking. I made that video, and clearly I was heartbroken. I felt some type of way. I was in my feelings, okay? Real hard. And that's when I made that video. But I want to talk more about just the Gemini sign in general, because like I said, I was going to make another video about Gemini. Shout out to Gemini. Shout out to all the Geminis out there. Gemini season. Happy birthday. You did. You guys are awesome. Let me just say that. I love you guys. I love Geminis. I love Gemini energy. And I guess the guy that I dated, that was like my first time talking to a Gemini and like being into astrology at the same time, and like getting to know like the Gemini energy. Actually, he made me study more about the Gemini energy when I met him, just to like get it. I kind of do that when I meet whoever sign that I meet. I dive into their sign, which I haven't met all the signs, but I pretty much dived in all the signs already, and like got to know the, you know, general traits and pros and cons and all the things about, you know, the different signs and stuff. So Geminis, right? First of all, I believe that like Geminis are my soulmate. Geminis are like, I believe, if it's not like Aquarius or like some other sign that needs a lot of space and that doesn't want to be tied down, maybe even Sagittarius. Those signs are really, you know, actually compatible with me. And I didn't know that back then when I made that video, because I was just learning myself. I was still learning myself. That was like, I think that was 2019 when I made that video. So that was like 3 years ago. And I was still learning myself, a lot about myself. And I could definitely say that relationship with that Gemini that I was talking to, like, just, I learned so much from that relationship. And what I learned was unconditional love. If you watched the video already, what I learned was unconditional love. What I learned, I mean, you know, it was a hard pill to swallow, you know, because I wanted to be my Scorpio self, which has transformed since then. But I wanted to be very possessive and controlling. By the way, just want to throw that out there. Any Scorpios, anybody with Scorpio placements, and any planet that you have Scorpio in, you're meant to transform. If you have a Venus in Scorpio, Venus is how you love. So you're meant to transform how you love. You're not going to love like you love since you was a teenager, or, you know, since you was 20 and you're 30 now. You shouldn't be loving the same way. You should be transformed or getting there. You know, if you Mercury and Scorpio, it's how you communicate. You should, you know, be like transforming the way you communicate in a whole different way. Like that's what those Scorpio placements mean in your chart. You know, even if you're Scorpio sun, that means your ego and the way you present yourself to the world is going to be transformed. It's like if you're with a Scorpio person, you got to know that person ain't going to stay. You in married to a Scorpio and you think that Scorpio is going to stay the same forever, it's not likely, because wherever Scorpio is in the chart is meant to transform that placement, that person in whatever placement that is. So it might not be the sun in Scorpio, so they might not change like their ego, like who you know of them, but a certain aspects of that person will transform. Just wanted to say that for the Scorpios out there. Anyway, back to Gemini. So, like I was saying, I used to be the very low level, you know, Scorpio, and I had to learn myself. And I feel like Gemini really taught me more about my possessiveness, my obsessiveness, my need for control, my need to manipulate in order to be loved. And I was trying to do that, and I really was blaming him for everything. I was like, I felt like it was him. He was the problem, you know, because he was like not, I felt like he was secretive or lying or keeping secrets, or, you know, like not, you know, being all the way 100, you know, which that wasn't all the way true, because he told me that he didn't want to be in a relationship, and I was still like, I the one who wanted to be in a relationship with him. So yeah, trying to tie down the Gemini, yeah, no, like wasn't working. Especially, and I get why, you know, I could feel how he felt in his shoes now, because why would you want to be with a person who is controlling? You already see that controlling. You already see they can't accept you for who you are, which is a free spirit, which is a person who likes their alone time, which is a person who likes variety and likes to go explore on their own, and likes to learn a lot of different things and has many different interests. Like, you can't tie that down. And I was in and I didn't understand Geminis. Like, I just didn't understand at the time, like I said. And he really just opened up my eyes to the energy of Geminis, and how, you know, you guys really need that. You guys really need your space to explore yourself, to explore your hobbies, to meet new people, to be spontaneous and adventurous. And I feel like that helped me learn myself more, because honestly, I feel like he was just a reflection of me, and I didn't see myself until he showed me myself. And usually that's what relationships are. Relationships are showing you yourself. But some people, when we can't accept ourselves, we like, oh nah, it's that person. But I'm so grateful for that experience, because it really taught me myself, and I'm the exact same way, baby. If y'all don't know, I have a Mars in Gemini, and my Mars in Gemini placement, I've been studying, and it's just, I feel so connected. Like, I'm like, this is who I am. Like, this is why I am the way I am. And it helps me accept myself for who I am. Like, Mars is the masculine energy. Mars is like your soldier in your chart. Mars is like, let's say like your sun and moon sign is like your king, which is your sun sign, and the moon is your queen. The Mars sign, the masculine soldier guard of the kingdom, helps the king and queen, you know, goes out and take action for the king and queen. You feel me? Like, so, and your masculine energy is, and your Mars is like how your sex drive, your ambition, your drive, your the way you fight, you know. And it just really researching more about that, and my Mars and Gemini, like, communication is so important to Geminis, like communication and intellect and learning and gathering information. It's like it really showed me who I am, you know. And I couldn't see it when I was dating him. I couldn't see him. I couldn't see myself in him. I was just putting the blame on him, like, nah, that's you. But I realized, no, that's me. I don't want to be tied down either in that way. I don't want somebody up my ass all the time trying to figure out what I'm doing, where I'm at, trying to keep tabs on me. I am a free spirit as well. I am very flowy. I like have many variety of interests, and I like to learn a lot of different things, and I like to explore, and I don't like to answer to no one. I'm sure my Geminis and Sagittarius can understand where I'm coming from, because the polar opposites, Geminis and Sagittarius, shout out to Sagittarius full moon tonight, is exactly the same. Really, and I do feel, let me say this, because I ain't finna sit up here and act like it's all gravy, okay? Because I had to learn myself and my manipulation that I used to do to get love and to keep people close to me. Yes, there is like, you don't have to tell everybody all your business. You feel me? You don't. That's all up to you. But I think honesty is really important. But here's the thing: you got to know yourself to be honest first. You feel me? Like, even me, like 2-3 years ago, I was still in a place where I was in denial. I felt like I knew myself, but I really was still in denial about who I truly was. So when you expecting somebody to be honest with you, but they're not fully accepting of their self yet, or they may be still in denial of the things that they truly want in life, you can't really expect that person to be honest with you, because they don't even know yet. They're not even really truly honest with themselves yet. Let's just be real. Because, and I get it, I ain't trying to throw no shade. I get it, because I was there, and for a long time, like, society wants us to have a certain image, especially being a female. Males and females, we're supposed to have a certain role, especially in relationships. We're supposed to be that person. We're supposed to, for a long time, that's just how I thought relationships was. You were supposed to play a certain role. You're supposed to give your all to, you know, the person that you're with in a relationship, and there's certain rules and shit that you got to go by, and that's how I thought relationships worked for a long time. But after growing and learning myself even more, I'm like, that's not what I want. And maybe that's cool for some people. If that's what you want, that's cool. I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with that, because actually I feel like that is some people's life path, to do all that, to be in that type of relationship. Some people need those type of energies in this lifetime. But for me, I had to realize who I am, and I am very fucking independent. I am very independent. I like to have my own. I like to have my own space. I'd like to move on my own time, and I don't want nobody thinking I don't love them just because I have other things that I want to do in my life other than sit under them all day, you know, or like be with them for the rest of my life, like, you know. And I just feel like I had to come to a point where I just had to be honest with myself about my own energy and how I'm moving out here, you know. And I guess that's why I'm single, you know, and I haven't been in a relationship in forever, because and in my mind I swore that like that is what I wanted so bad. And I really did think that I wanted that. I really did think that I wanted a certain type of relationship, and that's because I'm used to being codependent. All of my relationships in my 20s was like very codependent relationships. felt like I needed a person. Like I needed them to be happy. And now I'm just at that point where my mind has expanded and I've learned so much about life and myself, and I just know that that is not what I want. Like I want to just be able to really stand on my own 2 feet. And so the person that I'm with him because I honestly just like him. Like there's no other reason other than like purpose. Like if we have a purpose together, like I can see myself, in a relationship. If we're having like if we're on the same path and have the same calling or similar calling, or we're able to help each other in our purpose, then that is important to me. But like the little relationship shit that, society talks about, like that, all that little shit that I used to do in relationships, even like having somebody to go out to eat with, having somebody to be with, lay under and watch movies. That's cute. I love that too. I definitely still love that. I would love to have, travel with my partner and have romantic times and all that. But at the same time, it's just not what I used to want. I used to be in relationships where it's like me and them, when I'm not at work, we're together. Like I had no outside friends. I had no outside things going on other than my relationship. And I just realized like how that wasn't for me. And I did it for so long. Because I thought that was me, because I was being so codependent. And I really thought that that's what I wanted. And me really learning myself more, like I said, I feel like it's very important for me to have my own life. And that was hard for me to say, because just the type of relationship that I used to have, it's so important for 2 people to have their own life. Like I said, like I used to not have like male friends. I used to try just to be the best girlfriend. Like, oh my God, good girlfriends don't have male friends or don't talk to, I want to make sure my man feels secure and all that. It's like, you can't live for somebody else. And that's just how I don't want to live no more. I don't want to live for somebody else just because they insecure. Like all that shit got to do with insecurities, because I had them too. I had the insecurities. I didn't want my boyfriend to have female friends, all type of stuff like that. Like I would get very jealous, and I feel like I'm not there anymore. And I don't want to be crazy and acting childish, which Geminis are a little childish, but they can be childish in a good way, like playful and just goofy and lighthearted. But when it comes to like being childish, just like petty and insecure, like how it was, like I don't want to have to be chaotic over someone like that. And that's why I really learned that emotional attachment is so important. I just learned a lot, like from air signs, the air energy, period. I don't know many Libras though, but the air signs really teach me a lot, because Mars and Gemini is the only air placement I have. And I have a North Node in Aquarius too, so that could be a big thing too. Because like it just really teaches me a lot about detachment and how what true love is. Like I was saying, Geminis are so loving. Like they will forgive you. They will still fuck with you, even though you acting on some crazy ass shit. They will still even fuck with you, and you might be like, "Oh, you fake, cause you fucking with me," but you really, but you really feel some type of way or some shit. But it's like they're so forgiving. If they really fuck with you, they're gonna continue to fuck with you. Like. But back to what I was saying, it can be manipulation. I never got back to my point on that, because the whole using people to get what you want thing and keeping the other person in the dark about what you want, that's what I was just saying. I think it's all about honesty, because back to what I was saying, You got to know yourself first, because some people don't know themselves. So you might be looking at them like, oh, they lying and they're dishonest, but they're probably just in denial and still have to get them to know themselves more. And that's a lot of us, you know. We're still very young, and I'm just getting around to it. I'm 31, just getting around to actually accepting myself and accepting who I truly am, and stop lying to myself about what I want, thinking I want to be in some type of romantic relationship, or even thinking not romantic relationship, but thinking I want to get married, or thinking I want to have this certain type of marriage, the typical stereotypical marriage that you see in society, that traditional thing, is not for me, baby. It's not for me. And I used to think it was for a very long time, and even when I knew it wasn't, it was like my mind knew it wasn't, or did my heart know it wasn't? One of them knew it wasn't, and they wasn't on the same page. My heart and my mind wasn't on the same page about who I truly was, so I had to get them on the same page. I had to get my heart and mind on the same page. I think my mind knew, but my heart was still in the past, stuck on the way things used to be. And, you know, my heart needed to mature a little more, be like, really open up to unconditional love and being able to actually love on a bigger scale, love on a grander scale, not just love one person and be looking for one person to be that source of love for me. No, there's too much love out here. First of all, there's God's love. Like I said, there's God's love, and God's love is in everything. Everything. Right now, you don't even have to have a specific person right now in your life to love. You can love yourself right now. When you love somebody, you're feeling God's love within you. When you love anything, when you appreciate anything, when you go outside in nature and look at the beautiful beauty of life, that is God's love. When you feel so appreciative, when you listen to music that make you want to cry, when you see anything that make you just cry tears of joy, or just make you like so, you know, emotional, and or just feel so appreciative, like that's God's love. And you don't need to put all of that in one person. And that's when I just learned from personal experience, when you do, that causes suffering, because that one person then becomes your source of love, but it's not. That person is not your source of love. So if that person happens to make you upset, then you're not happy, or leave, then a part of you is gone. Like, no. That's not true. It might feel like that, but that's not real. That's an illusion, and that's attachment, which causes suffering. That's why you can still love that person, but with a sense of detachment, you know that is not your source of love. You love hanging out with them, you love laughing with them, whatever. But when they're gone, you still got love with you, right there with you, because God's love is right inside of you. Everything around you, anything right now in your face that you can love, your puppy, your baby, like I said, nature, your bed, shit, anything that you can appreciate and love, you can feel God's love. Like, and that's what really the energy teaches me. Variety. When it comes, like, Geminis love variety. And I think it's so important to have variety so you can have an abundance of love. Spread your love. Many different interests, many different things to appreciate, many different hobbies, many things to love, people to love, whatever, you know, because it's not one source. And that's what the energy taught me, you know. And some just more notables. Geminis are great at networking. Actually, the Geminis that I know, they don't even, they can be social, but some are not even really that social. They actually just like be to themselves and shit. But are great at it when they want to do it. When they want to network, Geminis are great at networking. They have just a great tact for it, for networking, bringing people together. Like I said, gathering information. They're great at gathering information. They're great at informing others, being inspiring with the knowledge that they've obtained. Just good at having different interests and hobbies and learning a lot of different things. And I heard they was great at sales and marketing. I don't know, but that's what I heard. And but makes sense. Great lovers too. Let me just say that much, okay? Period. Great. I know I said in my Cancer video, dating Cancer men, they was number one. I mean, and it's like it's different. Like Geminis are creative. They creative. So in the bourgeois, okay, period. Y'all already know. If you if you mess with a Gemini, you already know Geminis are very creative, and they keep it spicy, honey. And they are nasty. They are some freakazoids, okay? They're fun. Let's just say that. They're a lot of fun there. And also, yeah, very fun. Great, like, humor. Great humor. Love to laugh. Love to party. Love to be goofy. Like, we love that, okay? We love it. And that's why I think my Gemini is a boo. I mean, my boo is a Gemini. Don't really like to be tied down, like, you know, and like they'll see you when they see you, you know, they'll talk to you when they talk to you, type of shit. And I'm good with that, because I feel like that's me. I need my space too, baby. Even and some people be so insecure, they thinking, oh, you fucking with somebody else, that's why you ain't talking to me like that. Like, it ain't even, no, it ain't even be like that sometimes. Sometimes I just need my space, like, to go and research and gather more information and just have my time with God and think about life and shit like that. And it's not even nobody else that has my time. I have my time, and I have a lot of energy. Geminis have a lot of mental energy, a lot of, not crazy. It could be though. But anyway, a lot of energy, a lot of mental energy. You gotta, you know, it's a little all over the place. But it is what it is. I love it, you know, because it's makes them very intellectual, very good at conversations, great conversationalist. Just, I love talking to Geminis. Like, yes, that's probably one of my favorite things, the intellect and the conversations and everything. Honestly, everything. I love everything about Geminis. And the thing I didn't love about Geminis when I dated that Gemini was just he didn't want to be tethered. And at that point in time, I wanted to be like tethered and, you know, entangled. And, you know, and I thought like I said, I thought that's what I wanted, to tie somebody down, but I didn't even want that. And I shout out to him for seeing my bullshit and not, you know, even, you know, to going there with me in a relationship, because it was clear that I wasn't ready for that. Like that, because I was still being immature and shit. You feel me? But like I said, you got to know who you are first. You got to know who you are. You got to accept yourself for who you are. That's why I love astrology. I honestly love astrology. It teaches so much about psychology of being a human being. It's just a psychology. You ain't even got to believe in, oh, this is my sign, so these are my characteristics, because it ain't really about it. It's just human psychology. And it just, for me, it just teaches me a lot about humans and psychology, the way people think and the way people move, and just gives me a better understanding of people. And it gives me a better understanding of myself. And it really makes me feel like I know who I am better. I know who I am better. And my Scorpio sun have a lot of placements in Scorpio. All them traits that used to be so possessive, obsessive, and controlling and deep are meant to transform into a next level. And I feel like that Gemini energy is what, this is so like, I love this. The Gemini energy in my chart, it just knowing Gemini energy is really makes me feel like, lifts me up to the next level of that transformation that I truly need. Like, it does. It's because Geminis and Scorpios are so different, but at the same time, they're very similar. I feel like, get along. Maybe that's just me because I have my Mars in Gemini, so I get along with Geminis. But I feel like I needed that energy to definitely like transform all of my Scorpio energies. And it took a while for me to, like I said, stop being in denial about who I am and what I want. Like, it's not even like, I just like to be a free spirit. I just like to move. I like to depend on God for everything. I like to depend on myself, my inner self, my highest self for everything. And I don't want anybody to try to control me or tie me down. And because why? Why are you trying to control me or tie me down? Don't you have a life? Aren't you living your life? What is we doing? You live your life, I live mine, baby. Because if you try to be all up in here, then you got too much time on your hands. That's just how I feel. Like I said, everybody's different. We all here to live different life, different path. We ain't all the same, okay? This is just me being true with myself, you feel me? And how much I love Gemini energy, and I appreciate Geminis, and I totally get it. Like, I could be that friend that only talks every goddamn once a month, or even that, if not, whatever. But every time we talk, we still cool, because I get you. I need my space too. We still cool though. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I ain't gonna be all up in your shit, you ain't gonna be all up in my shit, but when we get together, oh, we gonna have a good ass time. You best believe that. So, okay, period. I think I said everything though.